Welcome to Podcast Unlimited, a platform designed for the many voices that the world refused to hear. Our main focus is on those who are facing major forms of systematic injustice. We even the playing field. We are your leverage. We are Podcast Unlimited.
My next question is what do y'all think are some of the key influences to how you feel today? What are some of the key influences for making you feel the way they feel today?
At one point for me, it was music. It was the people that I chose to hang around. It was my environment. It was everything that I felt was something that I held to a degree that was something that I wanted to obtain. Now, my influences are people like ABDUL and people who want better and see better and can actually help me obtain better. Honestly, I just believe that the main influence is rap, social media, other things on TV. Like, everybody just see the character and they just try to be that character. Like, we base ourselves off the images that I put on TV or in the rap music. And because when I put a certain type of I put a certain type of song on, and I know that's how a lot of youth feel as well. For me being in the youth category, because I'm only 20 years old and I just turned 20 years old in December, I feel like that is music. I feel like that is the finer things that the idol people we look at on Instagram have and some of the people have around us, and you know, they act like, hey, we look at like, how did they get that? And we see, oh, they selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, those are the influences, music, the things around us, our environment, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's one of the key influences, you know, around that.
That brings me to my next question, which is, do y'all think music and social media have a great impact on how you feel? Because, you know, how I ended up in the game, like, me and you talked about this all the time, Cam, is, you know, when I was 14 years old and NWA hit the scene, you know, I stole my mom's car and drove all the way to Cali trying to get out with Easy, right? Because I just knew I was going to be the next great hit in music. But, you know, music has changed a great deal, and we didn't have Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and a lot of the social media that they're bombarded with today. So, you know, I just like to hear their perspective on what do they think about music and social media's impact on how our youth feel.
Music, it impacted me tremendously. Anytime I was sad, I knew I could listen to a sad song and I felt like I could relate to them. Anytime I wanted to hurt somebody or I felt like it was a negative energy in me, I could listen to that type of song and it'll put me in that type of mind frame or whatever feeling that I felt, I could choose that. As far as social media, Instagram, Facebook, and things like that, it made me want what they wanted because I felt like that's what it was about. Who had this, who didn't have that, and if you didn't, then you was at the bottom of the totem pole, and it made me strive and go for things that I found out later on really wasn't important. It showed me that it's more to life than social media and music. I feel like social media and music have a grand impact on kids. Cause I know everybody's trying to be their favorite rapper or actor or whatever it is that they look up to, and everybody want to be on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook, and you know what I'm saying, they want to be the next big thing. Everybody, that's what they look for. I want to be seen. And it don't even matter for the good things or the negative things or what. It's just I want to be seen. I know instant gratification.
Right.
I definitely think that music and social media have a hard impact on our youth, because anytime they're feeling any type of way, any emotion, they're going to go turn that type of music on. If they're feeling like sad, they're going to go turn a sad song on. If they're feeling mad, if somebody just made them mad, they're going to go turn aggressive songs on. And that leads to them doing things that they do not supposed to do. Social media, on the other hand, yes, too, because some of our youth are living in poverty, you know what I'm saying? And mostly things on social media are, we looking at it, people with finer things, and we don't have that. So we look at it like, oh, man, I want that stuff right there, man. I want that car, man. I want that chain. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't they ain't got the money to get those fine things, but they're gonna go find a way to get it. So yes, that's the question. Music and social media does have a very hard impact on that.
Yes, sir. So I was gonna ask you a question right quick, Young King. Do you think, like, when you say you gravitate toward a certain type of song or whatever, you think that you'll be under some type of hypnosis, sort of like, you know what I mean?
You can ask the question one more time?
No, I was asking, do you think that it's because you gravitate toward this certain song or whatever, like you said, if you wanted to be aggressive or someone wanted to be aggressive, you think this song may have properties such as hypnosis, like it's like, you know, hypnotizing people?
Yes, I definitely do, because words are very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Words can have a very powerful impact on people. You know what I'm saying? Just like ABDUL, you know what I'm saying? His words have an impact on the people he speaks to. My words might have an impact on people I speak to. So the music and the languages and the words they're using is very hypnotizing. So they're like, oh man, I feel like this song is speaking to me. This song is for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the other question. I do think that it's like that.
Wow.
Oh, these young people, something else, man, when you give them an opportunity to really force what they have, you know, the solutions. You know, I'm always been a big advocate of believing that the people that are closest to the problems are the ones who are closest to the solutions, right? So if we want real solutions to what's taking place in our streets with our young people, we need to talk to young people, right? Because they're the ones that we're trying to figure out what's wrong with, right? So, with everybody, I want to say, so do y'all all believe that it would be safe to say that music, social media impacts all of us together? So, my next question is that young people, regardless of color, right, that live in a certain economical status, class, and even those that are not in an economical status class, do you feel like all young people face similar difficulties regardless of race, regardless of color? Do y'all think that all young people face different challenges?
Yes, I grew up in Greenwood, Texas, and in Greenwood, Texas, it's a place that will show you its colors. And in my neighborhood, they called it Dark Town, and that's exactly what it was. It was Dark Town. It was full of black people and Mexicans. We had some white people in there, and everybody got along for the most part because we knew that we all had the same struggle. We all was living the same exact way. So yeah, I do believe that everybody has some type of form of similarity.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that as young people, we are going to really go through the same thing, especially if we are in the hood and stuff like that, because we are going to go through bullying. We are going to go through, most of us going to go through not having food, not having lights on. Really, most of us don't even have the parents in our life that we need, or mentors or anything, so we are just leaving each other. So I do believe that there aren't many differences in us.
Yes, sir.
My answer is yes, because me growing up around black, me growing up around Mexicans, I come to realize I've seen that we are very alike. You know what I'm saying? We face we face it like we don't have our father. You know what I'm saying? We growing up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? We getting raised by our mother. You know what I'm saying? And we're having to take care of certain things that we shouldn't be able to have to take care of. So I feel like, yes, because there's nothing new under the sun. Everybody faces the same struggle. Everybody faces the same problem. So to answer that question, yes.
So you would say that you would have to face that at like a young age, even.
Pose the question again. I don't think you heard me.
No, I was just asking him. So based on what he was saying, is that you have to take on the same responsibility at a young age, no matter what race you are.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I feel like that's definitely correct. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what race you are, we all go through the same thing. No matter what color your skin is, we go through the same similarities. So I feel like that there's
1 minute left.
no difference.
Yes, sir.
So listen, we're gonna get you back to wrap it up. We're gonna wrap this part up. But I do want to say this, ending on that note about the differences. The last thing I wanted to know, man, is that, in this world that's divided by politics, I mean, we see the tension in the country right now, right?
Yes, sir.
And so I wanted to ask them, do you think that religions are helping, or could they, could they be helping more than what they are? Do they think that religions could be some of the problems that divides us, right?
Great question.
So we'll pause on that, and then I'll hit you back. We just got a couple more questions that we want to ask the panel, and we'll hit you back in just a second.
All right, cool.
The caller has hung up. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, everything's looking good. So everything's looking good.
Okay, so my last question again was, with the world being as divided as it is, with the Democrats and Republicans, and whether it's a black-white issue or a Latino issue, politics, it's like you can cut the tension with a butter knife. Like, that's how I think it is.
Yes, sir.
My question to them is, do you think that religions are helping, or could they? Do you think that religions are being something that's bringing us together, or dividing us? So I'm just interested in knowing what they feel about religious outreach.
That's a good question.
Ideally, I think that it could, because we focus more on the differences and what's not the same, and I think that's what causes a division and pushes people away from the unity that we could have. I believe that once we stop focusing on what is different and actually pay more attention to how more alike we are, I think we'll be stronger as a people and be able to do much more for not only the youth, but people in general. As of right now, no, I don't think that they are doing the best they could, but I think that if given the right way, it would help us all be work together, because right now everybody just wants to, one way is the right way, or one's way is the only way, but I feel like you should be able to believe what you want to believe, I feel like man, it could help do a bunch of good, because I went from doing wrong to now I be like, dang, I need to watch what I do, because God really needs to keep watching me and everything I do. So I do believe that it can help you, but as of right now, with how everybody's so segregated and divided, and I don't feel like it's doing the best that it could.
Right.
For me, it's 50-50. The reason I say it's 50-50 because you have every religion. You have some people in every religion that focus on the differences and not focusing on how we are alike. And I feel like if we start focusing on how we are alike and focusing on the bigger picture, why God created us, and start acting that, I feel like the world would be not divided. I feel like the world would be a much better place because God says we're here to serve all. So I feel like if we stop focusing on the differences and we have people come together from every religion and start, you know what I'm saying, doing as we're supposed to do, and I feel like the world would be not divided and it'll be a much better place and a much safer environment.
Yeah. That's interesting, right? Because, you know, one of the biggest problems in the world that I see, and people argue religion all the time, and I'm like, look, man, you pray to God, I pray to God. You know, how you pray to God is not important. You know, what does your religion teach you, or what does your faith teach you about this homeless problem? What does your faith teach you about getting these gangs off the streets and providing some realistic pathways for people out of poverty? What does your religion teach you about healing the problems instead of adding to the problems based on sitting on the corner arguing with each other? Because you know, the thing that I find profound is that you got people who stand up on podiums and they'll argue their points. But, you know, like, you know, Christ, you know, Jesus always said that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, right? So, you know, here we are sitting here arguing about whose religion is right, but we're watching people starve, and we're watching people divided, and we're watching people, you know, die from drug overdoses, and we're watching people in our communities pillage each other. So if the religions are not allowing us to set aside our differences and work towards healing with each other, then what is the point, the purpose? Because I'm hard pressed to believe. You know, I'm 51 years old, and so when you go to talking about, you know, some kind of membership only club in heaven, to me that's a man's way of thinking. Right? When we talk about God, we're talking about a spiritual being or something that we really can't even grasp the meaning of in our mind. But if there's like 100 billion to 400 billion stars in this galaxy alone, how could man possibly think that he can, you know, compartmentalize God and put him off inside some type of thinking that we think about, right? And so, you know, young people, I believe, have the answers to everything. And, you know, the elders, based on our experiences and the things that we've done, we're supposed to share that wisdom with them, but God is giving young people the vision. So, you know, no nation can actually advance or build without the transference of information that comes from the elders onto the youth. And our biggest problem is that the bridge between the youth and the elders is broken. It's been destroyed. So, you know, to build a better hood, our job, like with our things, is to build bridges, is to build communication, to build relationships between our people, and especially between our elders and our youth. So, my last question is more so, you know, the young people kind of giving you an understanding of what they're being trained for. Because, like, right now, they're currently enrolled in Want to Build a Better Hood cognitive self-improvement and mentorship programs, right?
Nice.
And I'd like for them to just kind of tell you some of the things that they're learning in the program, because, you know, we're preparing these young minds. You know, I'm pouring all my time and everything that God has given me into these young people, because, like I said, I believe that they're the solutions, right?
Yes, sir.
And so they're being prepared to teach the Ruby program. They're being prepared to teach the Chronicles program. They're going to be the ones that are going to be the next teachers. So, you know, our job is to invest as much as knowledge and wisdom in them, and then let God guide them. So, you know, they're going to share with us, you know, what they're learning off inside the courses in the classes.
Yes, sir. That's definitely a good thing.
Well, I've learned that all of my actions are my choices. I have the power to say no. I have the power to say yeah. I'm learning that an emotion is just that it's an emotion. There's no negative, there's no positive. It's what I choose to do that makes it a negative or a positive. I'm learning how to be more of a man than what I thought. He's teaching me 3 R's: repetition, relatability, and reframing. And it's all dealing with how I choose to see myself and how I choose to see the things around me. It's showing me that there is no difference in the people that I thought were different. There is no such thing as race. There is no such thing as religion because we all come from one. We all can go back to one. And if we look at things as that and really fight for unity and strive to be better, then we can get so much more accomplished. I'm learning that I don't have to hug a block, or I don't have to do anything wrong to people to grow. I learned that I don't have to sell drugs and do negative things to get to a successful point in my life because I can do it. It just takes determination and hard work.
Yes, sir. Can I get your name? Can I get your name?
One of the main things, my name is Transitional.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, one of the main things that I learned out of this, what we're going through, is that every choice I make is a choice. Because a lot of people want to use I'm not perfect or stuff like that. But also, I learned that we all really the same, going through a lot of the same things. We all got issues. We all got stuff at home going on, but it's how we react to those things. We got to think about everything that we do. I've learned like everything is set up to be how it is, as in they want us to be divided, they don't want us to be together, they really trying to help us do better. But with this program, we are helping each other. Like everybody in here is our like friends, we are talking about each other's family, we are helping each other through problems. And what I want to do when I go home is I want to help these youth, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that if somebody would have helped me earlier, I would have got it soon. Like, yeah, I'm still young, but my problem was I never knew anything that I could do anything. And I came to prison and I learned how to do artistic things, you know, cut hair and stuff like that. So I also want to give back that to the kids, like, you know, show them how to cut hair, how to draw and stuff like that, so they can do better for themselves. But at the same time, give them a good mind frame so they don't have to wonder what they're going to do in life or what's the right way or the wrong way, because we all supposed to help each other. We all supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Love your neighbor, you know?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. The things that I'm learning in the Transitional Fund program is...
sir, can I get your name?
My name is Morgan Benny. The things that I'm learning in the Transitional Fund program is how to be a better man, how to be a better son, how to be a better person in society, and how to handle people the way they should be handled. You know what I'm saying? How to control my emotions and how to get out in society and do what I'm supposed to do. You know, the reason why I feel like, you know, as he said, he's going to have us teaching some of these programs to the youth. And the reason why I feel like that I'm ready to teach the youth, one reason is because that I'm also young and I was also going through the same thing they were going through. You know what I'm saying? And I have listened and I have, you know, put into place the things that I'm supposed to put into place. You know what I'm saying? And,
yes, sir.
And I'm the same, and I'm the same as them. You know what I'm saying? So me speaking to them, me telling them that, hey, like, bro, we just alike, you know what I'm saying? I done been through the things you've been through.
Yes,
sir.
You know
it's not a wrong to be saying. It's not hard, you know what I'm saying? With the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? And the help of God, and the help of successful people around you that you can do anything that is possible, you know what I'm saying? But that's one thing, you know, that's the thing, the transitional point is teaching how to build your character, you know what I'm saying? How to be a better man, and how to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying? How to be a better family man, how to be a better person in society, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. Salute, young king.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You know, this is
Hey,
it's an honor. It's an honor, man, to be in a position to be able to pour and invest time in these young people. You know, and
yes, sir.
it's something that I feel like I'm on the planet to do. Right. So, I mean, I'm extremely proud of these young brothers, man. I've seen them grow so much tremendously just in the short period of time that I've been with them, right?
Yes,
and you know, the Transitional Point program, you know, as well as I know, when we had this last episode. Now we're transitioning ourselves to a new year with new thoughts, new ideas, new direction, new purpose. Last time I was in Choice More unit. Right. And we graduated 160 people at that unit, right? And we affected change at that unit. Fights dramatically decreased. Prayer circles with the Christian brothers increased. There was a camaraderie that was built between people, regardless of them being Christian, Muslims, or Jews, or if they didn't have a particular faith. We almost erased the lines between the race. And in here that it's profound, because in prisons, this is where, most of the destitute, lost souls are, people who are going through a lot of stuff, people who are broken, people who have repressed a lot of trauma in their life, and they haven't been able to make that connection to understand why they think, why they do what they do. And we go over a lot of that in class. And these young men, man, I sit here and talk hours about them. They're actually teaching. All three of them are heading groups in the self-improvement classes that we have every day, 5 days a week. And from 10 to 12, they're running the groups, right? I teach the Transitional program Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 to 8. But they are the ones who actually run the groups in the morning times, man. And so we're going to be adding more. We're about to do our substance use disorder classes, the peer-to-peer, and the NAAA and substance use disorder classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, when they were talking about how this particular dorm was, right? 2 months ago, Cam, it was just bad. They're understaffed in these prisons right now. And it's a lot of older people, so I don't blame the staff. I don't blame the administration. This is over full. And we know that just locking people up isn't the solution. And I salute all the classes that they have, but some of the biggest problems that you have in these classes is the relatability factor. Like the teachers don't really relate with the students. And some of the things that have made our program so successful is that the material is created by somebody who comes from amongst the conditions that we're trying to reach out to, myself. And so I go try to find people who come from those conditions, because I feel like they're the best teachers.
Exactly.
So there you have it, from the voices and from the minds of 3 young men who come from these streets who are in prison right now, but they're using their time wisely each day. They're building, they're teaching, they're learning classes. They're investing, and each and every one of them are working on their own. They all have books. They're about to come out. I've been teaching them how to write books.
Man.
So, So Fausto, the young Latino brother, his book, he has one of his books is already completed.
Man.
Maury, his book is about to be completed. It's just, progress.
Can you send me some information, like the names and all that, how they spell it and everything and stuff, through an email to my email?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that way it'll help me. I wish you could throw pictures in there, but I know that may be a little hard to do. But I'm just saying.
Well, what you can do is, once you get their names and information, you can log on to the tdcj.gov and you can get their pictures.
Okay.
Right? So I'll send that information, because one thing that I'm very impressed about TDCJ right now is that they really are creating incentive-based programs, and they're really doing. I'm not proud of the fact I'm back in prison, but being here from the 90s to being in here now, I see that Brian Collier, the executive director, and Chris Carter, the head director of the RPD programs, they are really trying to do something to help people. You know what I'm saying? So contrary to what a lot of people believe, I see, and I'm telling you, I'm a very, I'm very cynical when it comes to the system. So, for me to say that means a lot.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? And I salute the wardens here. They gave us the green light to be able to teach these classes. So, I really salute the administration for giving us an opportunity to reach out and help these people, to help these young people, man. So, that's just, the first episode of Better Hood broadcasting to our youth, voices from our youth.
Already.
Our next one, I'm hoping, man, we will talk about the impact of incarceration on these young people's families. Man, I appreciate your time as always, brother, man, and I look forward to this. And I do want to say a couple of brothers, man, are some profound artists too. So I'm gonna have them write and drop something for you, man.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow, man. I mean, these youngsters got something.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what I'm saying. We need to do part 2 on the interview. Where I'm trying to see if I can come up with some questions too. See what we can come up with.
Man. Yeah, definitely, man. And so we. I know that they're extremely excited to be able to tell their people to go check them out, man. So I know you're gonna do a great job.
Alright.
But tell the people to log in at BetterHood.com. Check us out, man. And like I said, these are going to be our new youth advocates coming out teaching the Ruby program, the Chronicles program, the Transitional Point program. They're gonna take Better Hood to a new heights, man. I just, like I said, I love that God has given me the opportunity to be up with him.
Man, it's
so, man, I will talk to you soon, brother. Like I said, man, be ready. 2025, this is the year, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Got you, King. Salute.
All right, salute.